Hi, I'm Owen Canfield with the opinion page of the Oklahoman, joined as I am every Friday by Mike McNutt, our chief Capitol correspondent, to talk about life at the Capitol. As always, there's a million things we could touch on, Mike. We don't have a lot of time, so I'd like to talk about one issue that I thought was pretty interesting, and that was the idea of having OETA, the public television station here in Oklahoma, be made to televise proceedings at the Capitol. There was a move to do that, wound up getting shot down yesterday by a pretty wide margin. Tell us how that all unfolded, and it looks like it's probably dead now.
Well, it's dead certainly for this session, it appears, unless some miraculous recovery would occur. But the bill, the OETA has talked about, and the House has talked about the past couple of years about expanding coverage, trying to make their meetings more accessible to people, the House sessions particularly.
Sure.
And at a committee meeting a couple of years ago, OETA said they would love to do it, but it would cost quite a bit of money.
Right.
Because you have to put in new cameras, probably staffing, and not to mention how would you coordinate it? Because the House and Senate meet at the same time usually.
Right.
Committee meetings, there's sometimes 5 to 6 House and Senate committee meetings meeting at the same time.
Sure.
So you probably have to tape delay it, but you have to have people taping it and then managing it. And OETA has, it would not go on their main network, Channel 13, which has all the national programming, Sesame Street, Nova, and those kinds of programs. But they do have another program, 13.1 on the, I think, over the air, and on 14, I think, one of those 100 numbers on Cox. That basically is a government access, and they could put a lot of that programming on there. But this bill just basically required the OETA to cover everything.
Right.
Committees, legislature, even state agency meetings, but with no extra financing. And with OETA, like all state agencies getting cut, they had a 6% cut this current year. They estimate anywhere from $100,000 to $450,000 to implement this, and they just don't have the money to do it. And even legislators who are not big fans of OETA as far as states subsidizing OETA, as they phrase it, they voted against this bill because they realized that it would really disrupt OETAs. And quite a few people watch OETA for a variety of programs. Sure. But that network certainly, last year they had staffing cuts, and then he also cut about 5 of their locally produced programs.
Right.
So the director of OETA says, look, we'll be glad to do it, but we need some money.
We need a little help.
We need a little money because the cameras, the Senate only has one camera. They've got an old-fashioned security camera, which is fine for the internet, but you certainly couldn't put that on TV.
No, you need better cameras than that. Right.
And even the House, which 2 years ago put up a pretty good system, if you go to the House website, you can pretty well catch up, and they have it 4 cameras there and higher definition cameras. Sure. But even they're not broadcast television quality.
Real TV costs real money.
Correct.
So anyway, it looks like it's dead now.
For at least, well, nothing's dead out there.
No,
but
nothing's ever dead.
It appears it's certainly would take something, after that 82 to 15 vote, I think it was, to kill in the House, it would take probably some funding or something to get that thing revived.
Mike, thanks as always for your time. We invite you to read Mike's stuff every single day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.